Andrew Watts, managing a large family farming business in North and East Hertfordshire. This year we're combining about 2,270 hectares of arable crops, and the farm is predominantly combinable crops. Because of the variable natures of the soil on the farm and a wide range of harvesting conditions, accurate sampling during the harvesting process we feel is vital to help us in the marketing of our crops. The basis for all our sampling process, and in fact that forms the something that's available for analysis and then marketing, is that we sample on intake, or if the grain needs drying we sample it off the dryer going into store. In actual fact, in many respects it's far more important to sample what you're putting into a particular bin or a particular floor heap. That's the crucial thing, rather than what you've actually combined, because the two things might not be quite the same.
And do you sample it on an ongoing basis when it's in the store as well?
Yeah, but the basis of our sampling for marketing purposes is on that sample that's drawn as the stores are being filled, a genuine flow sample. The key thing is that you're actually drawing that sample as a shed or a bin is being filled, so you're getting a much more representative sample of what's in there. For instance, if you look at our grain silos, some of them are 25-30 feet high. If you spear after it's full, all you're really doing is spearing in the top 6 feet at best. Now if all that bin was filled on one day, in the space of 3 or 4 hours off one field, then that's not a problem. But more often than not, they're filled over a period of a couple of days, or you might even get a rain stop. It's very important that you know what's in there.
And actually knowing what you've got here on the farm, when it comes to the marketing, can actually be very helpful.
Well, it's really a vital step in that marketing process. It's as important not to oversell something as it is to undersell it. So our objective is very firmly to try and get the best idea we can of what we've actually got, so that when we're in discussions with merchants, we're then able to place that grain to the right home, so that the specification matches the intake specification of its destination.
And also, does it actually enable you to sort of optimise the amount of money that you're actually making from the grain?
Well, that's right. I mean, it comes in two ways which amount to the same thing. One is obviously to optimise the sale price, but secondly, and equally importantly at the moment, is to avoid overselling something and getting a rejection or a huge claim.
So have you found that it's actually reduced the numbers of rejections you've got by doing your own sampling?
It's reduced the rejections for inappropriately supplied grain. In other words, grain that was low Hagberg on a high Hagberg spec, and also it's reduced our numbers of claims for similar reasons. I don't think it's that complicated at all. I mean, if you just look here, we have an intake sheet that we fill in. Every load that come in is recorded. If we're drying, obviously the drying temperature, drying moisture is recorded as we go along. You're walking around the grain store anyway, checking that everything's all in place. It's no real hardship to just sort of, when you go up and check where it's going to in the bin or on the floor, just draw a sample every time you go and check it, every 20 minutes, half an hour, according to how quick it's going in.